ah, that kind of tone, even low down, ah, ah. So the space from our oo palette up, and the sound to me feels like it's back here, a bit more classical perhaps, further back, and that it floats. So the idea then when I get to the tricky part, there's not too much of a struggle going through to falsetto. Some people have voices which will just go through imperceptibly. Mine doesn't, as you can hear. It doesn't help though if you start going ah. The difference between the air for a note like that, if I go to ha ha, you can see what amount of air I'm using, and then ha ha ha. So obviously there's no way you're going to be able to get from that one to that one without noticing. So what we're trying to do is lighten your chest voice at the top, so that when you do go through into your lower head voice, they're nearer each other. So going to keep everything there, and we'll do that from the very bottom. Ah, can you give me that kind of tone there? Give you a bit more. I'd watch that. Ah, 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 floated is a bit sort of like a monk or a monkess. Good, yes, do it again, get the balance between the air. There wasn't quite enough air there, and then you found it. And back down. Good, with this, when you go up, things have to change, obviously a bit more pressure. When you come down, allow them to undo, otherwise we get because I didn't let everything go back to where it was. So after that kind of freedom, let's just see what happens. Not a very good track, I'm afraid, but there you go. Breathe. Keep the air moving. Good, keep the space, don't worry about the sound. That's my business. Relax, more air. You might need to think a bit classically here. Keep it light and easy. Good. Drop out a bit too high. Might have to work a bit on this because it's getting already a bit higher. Feed it through. Last one. Good. Just going to run that again. So I'm going to say, can you find, just give it a little bit more. So maybe because I said light, I'm talking about keeping it in here, you've got into a bit, this kind of a mode. Ah, so I want a bit more. Ah, you can actually be quite generous but soft at the same time. Can you find that? Let's just find out where the starting note is. Good, do it one more time please. Good, that was better the second time. So let's just go on one more time through it from that. Sorry. Here we go. Prepare. Keep your bags up, keep the loose jaw. Keep the air moving. Good, don't be frightened of the air, let it through. Good, that's nice, that's better. Relax. Breathe. Good. Keep it light and easy. Good, bit of confidence on these upper notes because they're getting a little bit. Drop that a bit too high. Relax when you breathe. Feed it through. Last one. Go for it. Good, that's fine, practice that. Those very top two. Where did we get to? I'm just going to go to the piano. I don't think it matters. You stay where you are. There. So those, I think, up around there went into your head voice. You might have noticed I've been saying lower head when I remembered to in this. So there's another little change. There's an obvious change, Between chest and then going into head voice or falsetto, if I'm going to say for guys. So with the girls then, there's another, as you get further up, there's another subtler change which goes into upper head voice, I'm going to call it. So that needs an adjustment, which you didn't give it. So that's something to look at. We'll look at that in the class sometime. And that really has to get into more or less operatic kind of place for it to work. And then you'll find actually it's a lot easier. But if you keep it in speaking place. All right, so for this high one, there's what I would call the 4 states of high. So there's there's full blast, which is full chest. I can't do that note, I don't think, not full chest. If I try and lighten it, I can't. About a minor third down from full chest, I can. I'll go any higher than that. That's right on the edge. So you've got ups and stoppers, the buffers if you like, kind of a belt chest. And about a minor third, depending on your voice, down from that you can float the chest voice. So that's 2 states of high if you like. I can do that quite lightly without belting it. Another state which I'm going to call narrowed. So if I go back to the full chest, and now I narrow it, it's nowhere near as loud. And look at the body. Very different from that one, I can imagine. It makes me warm already. So there's that narrow place. So we've got up against the buffers, full chest. We've got light chest, which you can get up to maybe a minor third, maybe a tone down. We've got full narrow chest, which can go up there, and that can go somewhere else, which we're going to go to in a minute. And then of course we've got what I'm going to call spoken falsetto or head voice. So when you go to your head voice, if I'm speaking here, I just go through into falsetto. It's in the same setup that I'd use if I was speaking. It's all in the same place. And it gives you that kind of sound, which you could use, because if you didn't mind it being like that, you can use that kind of quality. If you use that kind of thing. There can be operatic head, so there's more than the 4 states of high. There's the operatic one, I put it back and make it bigger. The spoken, the operatic. So there's that place there. This is both in head voice or falsetto. I can narrow it a bit in falsetto. So there's 3 falsetto head voice states, if you like. There's infinite number, but if I narrow it, I've got it there. Then I've got spoken. Then I've got a kind of operatic. That's those 3. Chest one, full chest. The narrowed one where I go there. I can, if I'm practiced, take that through into a blend, which is another state, which we've worked out a bit with the class. So if I'm there, lost it there, so that's in a blend which the rockers use when they're screaming. So that's another state. So what have we got? Light chest goes up to there, whack it, belting, full chest, narrowed chest, so it's lighter, which leads through to belt to a blend, if I want to go there, or just make it easier on myself. Over that passaggio, we've got kind of operatic head voice, narrowed focused head voice, and then a breathy spoken head voice. The narrowed head voice can meet up with the narrowed chest to make the blend where you go up through fairly seamlessly through into the top. So there's quite a lot going on there. This exercise is really about the light one. But once you've had enough of that, you become an expert at that, why not use all these tracks to apply other things to them, to keep it interesting.